Okay, welcome to part 2 of the beginner's tutorial. This one's going to be actual gameplay, and I'm trying to make it relevant for your first game and also for people who have played several games. The way I'm going to do that is this is going to be your default setup, the team you're given with when you first start the game. And what I'm going to do is replace the warrior with a war master, like I had suggested in part 1. So what I had done is just promoted this guy, and I chose War Master. You can name him whatever you like, and have fun. Try not to be too offensive. FYI, there is going to be a report button. You will be able to report offensive language and all that kind of stuff. So anyone that's having issues with that, I wouldn't worry about it. It'll be taken care of. It's not something that's taken lightly in the Banner Saga community, so those people will quickly be taken care of. I wouldn't suggest trolling this game unless you want to be banned. Alright, so once you get your team set up, you can play with their positioning. This, when you move a guy like this means he's going to go first. So this is your turn order. I like to have my big, powerful guy last so that he can be more strategic and hang around until the end game. Now, if you just don't have enough renown to promote him and this is your team, this guy's going to be your most important unit. His ability keeps him relevant regardless of how much strength he has. So you're going to want to keep him safe. So you might want to play him a little more passive in the beginning and then bring him in at the end. But if you have played a few games and you've upgraded your guy, I'm going to put him in here for those players. So if you don't have any upgrades yet, don't worry about that. Just play for a little bit, get some renown, and then you can go ahead and upgrade. Alright, so for now I'm going to put my shield banger up front. I'm going to put the archer near the back, because this unit you definitely want to keep safe the whole game if possible. She can win games. Believe it or not, a lot of times she's solely responsible for winning the game. So let's actually put her last. This guy I want to keep safe as well, because he's my advanced guy, these two. And these guys are going to be responsible for doing some armor damage and allowing these three to come in and go for the kill. Now, one more quick tip. If you just have this standard warrior, you're going to want to get some kills for him. Remember how in part 1 I had gone over you're going to need at least 5 kills with this guy. You can also purchase the experienced unit, but if you don't want to do that, try to get kills with him. So that's another great reason for leaving him in the back 2 slots, letting him kind of clean up the game. Get him at least 1 or 2 kills per game, and you can upgrade him in no time. Some of these characters, like these raiders, have a little bit more trouble getting kills. So if you're having a lot of trouble, you can go ahead and purchase the experienced unit, or you can just focus on putting him in the back and just playing a few games with the sole purpose of getting some kills. But since the renown prices for experienced units are pretty cheap, if you're really having that much trouble, just go ahead and buy it. But of course, that's all up to you. Let me put Boss Hog back in this business, and we have our level 2 team. Okay, so once you have that all set up, you just go to the Great Hall and click Versus. Now this should match me up with someone equally low power in their team. They shouldn't have more than a couple advanced units. If they do, no big deal. Again, you're not going to have any statistics or ranking tracking in a low power game like this. You have to have at least 6 power to be on the leaderboard and have win streaks, etc. So really the only time you're going to use a team like this is your first, 20, 30 games, unless you go ahead and purchase some renown. these first 20 games or so are going to just get you used to the game, to the mechanics, which I'm going to go over. This is what the point of this tutorial is. And once you get a fully advanced team, you're pretty much going to just stick with that power 6 or higher team. And that's where the real game, so to speak, kind of begins. Where each unit has a special ability and the game becomes more and more complex the further you go ahead and upgrade units. So in my mind, the functionality here is pretty great because it kind of eases you into the game, allowing you to upgrade your units as you go, and with each one learn their abilities, and kind of eases you into the game instead of getting you killed a ton in the beginning and putting you really low on the leaderboard or something like that. So we're having a little bit of a trouble finding match, which is probably because my relatively high ranking on the leaderboard is preventing me from finding anyone. There we go. So FYI, the matchmaking takes into account your ELO, which is your leaderboard, your main leaderboard ranking. So if you're number 1 on the leaderboard, it slowly expands to allow number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, like that, over time. So if you're number 1 on the leaderboard, it's going to take you a long time before you play like number 1,000 on the leaderboard, before it allows you to play them. And again, the power of your team is also a very important part of that. In the future, the power of your team will be exact. You'll never, in ranked matches, you will never face anyone uneven, which is great. Okay, so first thing you do, like this nice guy did, is say hello, good luck, have fun. Or you too. Be nice. Our community is pretty good, so hopefully you new guys will also add to the friendliness and helpfulness of our community. Alrighty, so this is your first step. Let me turn this music off so you guys can hear better. By the way, here are the options. Don't actually accidentally click this, or I'd have to hurry up. So click on your guys, and you can arrange them to start before this timer runs out. Again, I'm going to hold these guys back in the back, and I'm going to put these guys up front to be my front line. So first thing you want to do is take a look at your opposition. Click on the units, and you're going to see their basic stats: armor, strength, willpower, and their movement. This guy has quite a bit of movement. You can also click on their portrait down here, and it'll tell you their abilities. So this guy has a warrior, shield dude, a backbiter. Okay, so he has no thrasher. He has backbiter instead. So just take note. I'm just going to scoot this guy up. First thing you want to do is just kind of scoot your units up a little bit. Don't play too turtle-ish. It's not fun, and it also can just get you into trouble. So what I'm trying to do is figure out if this guy, what this guy is. I'm trying to demonstrate how to make sure. I'm pretty sure this guy's just a base unit, a warrior, because his strength is so low. So I know he is. But if you click on his portrait, okay, see how it says heavy impact. So he just has heavy impact, which is the passive ability of the warrior. If I click on my guy, now it says sundering impact and heavy impact. So you know he's a war master and not just a simple warrior, because he has that additional. And also his strength is a clear giveaway. Watch out for these guys. Same reason I told you to upgrade to them. You also need to watch out. They are super powerful. So check out where they can move. These are, as long as I stay out of range of this guy, for instance, he can't hit me on his turn. So I'm not going to move anything within range. I'm going to move this guy up here. And you see these two shields pop up? That's his ability, Shield Wall. adds 1 armor to him and 1 armor to him. Now you see their armor is 15 and 10 instead of 9 and 14. So you want to place these guys next to your other units. These are the raiders, and this guy, since he's a raider, the Thrasher. Place them next to guys, and that's going to pump up their stats. Okay, so I'm just going to move him right up next to him. And again, these two get pumped. So now you see he's 12 armor. So that's a very useful ability. So I'm looking through this, and the only advanced guy he has seems to be the Backbiter. So I have a bit of an unfair advantage because I have this War Master and he doesn't have a second advanced unit. But again, this isn't a ranked match, so no big deal really. You'll come across this, just play and do your best. Alright, now I can move this guy up just a bit. There's no real danger in doing so. None of these guys see, because I have this wall of guys here. This man-meat shield. I can just move him up. That's no big deal. So the idea is once he gets through these 3 guys, all these guys are going to be injured. And I can go ahead and do some damage with these. This guy's kind of a one-shotter. Okay, now this is important. So I want to move him as close as I can to the enemy without endangering him. You don't want to get him hit ever until he hits first. He has to hit first. Also, if you click on this button up here, you can see all the banners at once. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm going to turn it off for now. So I'm clicking these guys to see who has the furthest movement, and it's this guy. I don't want him to hit him, so I want to move my guy just outside of this range while still going up. So you can click here, leave this up, and then I want to move him on these 4. So I'll click here. Now if I did move here, I would use an extra willpower because I got 1 yellow block. I don't want to waste willpower. So I'm not even going to go all the way up. I'm just going to move here. But I could have if I really wanted to. So the idea is to keep him out of range the whole time until there's a really good opportunity to strike. Okay, now with your archer, archers can hit other archers. That's one good thing that they do. So you gotta kind of watch out for this other archer coming up and smacking her. Because I want to have her puncture. We've covered puncture a little bit in the last part 1. Basically, you want her to be able to stand still and still hit the guy because you get mad puncture damage. I'm going to play really, really safe. Let's see where she could move. The furthest she could move would be here, and then you can count 5 squares for range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to move her here, keep her completely safe. This is a very careful tactic, and probably overly so. Okay, so now it's my turn to decide. Do I want to move this guy up, or do I want to make him come to me? Generally, it's best to hit first. Also, you want to click on this initiative bar here. This is one of the most important features in the game. I need to know who's going next. So his Backbiter goes next. Then my Raider, then his Archer back here. Sometimes this is very, very important. I'm going to go ahead and just move up and hit this powerful unit. I'm going to hit him for 2 armor plus I'm going to use 1 willpower here. We didn't cover this, but this is the main use, second main use. Let me just hit him before time runs out. Willpower is 3 things: extra movement, abilities, and extra damage. I just use 1 willpower for extra damage. The exertion that your character has is the limit of the extra willpower you can pump. So if I'm going to hit some guy for 1, I can pump up to the amount of exertion extra and hit him for 3. Okay, so I set myself up for that big hit. Knowing he could run through 2 guys, since I knew the backbiter was going next, moving this guy up and allowing him to then run through 2 guys, whereas before he wouldn't have been able to, is probably a very bad move. So that's the kind of thing you need to watch out for. Now, I know my guy's coming up, my Thrasher, and I want him to be able to run up and hit here. So I don't want to move my guy here, because then it's going to block him from coming here. However, if I move my guy here, he's open to getting hit here and here. So it becomes a little bit complex. Also, she's going to get puncture on him. What I'm going to do is just move up. I'm just going to go ahead and double willpower, hit him for 4. One of the things you want to do first is shrink the amount of strength that the opposite team has. So he's down to 8, 9, 10. This guy has a lot. Archers are an exception because their puncture allows them to hit over what they have. So if possible, you really want to get rid of these guys first. So the most dangerous guys right now, I would say him, number 1. Him, number 2, because he's got a lot of strength, a lot of willpower. I mean, a lot of armor. And those are the 2 obvious ones. You want to get their strength down a little bit. These 2, you really just want to kill if possible. Alright, so next we're going to... This guy's on the verge of death. He's going to die to puncture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I move my guy here, he's going to use her and kill this guy. I'm going to demonstrate something. If I move here, hit this guy for 4 armor, which is great. Now, I'm hoping actually that he's going to use her to kill him. I'll tell you why. So puncture damage 7. He's got 4 armor, so she should only be able to hit him for 3, but because of puncture, she's hitting him for 5, and hopefully she kills. I want him to kill him, even though he has 4 willpower, and could be a useful guy. Oh, he's going to hit here. Okay, that's fine, too. The reason I would want him to kill him is so I can get a turn advantage. If he kills one of my guys, I'm going to rotate through my guys quicker than he is, so I can hit with my stronger guys more so than he can at a faster rate, if that makes sense. Okay, so this guy is going next for him, and he can't really do a whole lot. Then this guy who can kill him. This guy I'm worried about, but I'm gonna really do some damage on him now. Okay, so he can reach here, but I don't think it's worthwhile. We'll decide in a minute. So I'm going to come over here and decide, do I want to just hit him for 2 or do I want to use his ability? What I'm going to do is use his ability. Okay, I missed the last shot, which is one of the bad things about his ability. I did that just to show you what it does. So I took 2 armor and 1 strength off. It's okay. I could have also used 2 willpower to hit him for 4 strength, which would have taken him down to 6. So that could have been the better move. These are the kind of things you have to figure out. Now, I could move down here, and I could actually bash this guy for 4, taking him down to 6, which is pretty good. And it's going to hit him for 1 more point of damage. And he's going to be safe for a little while. That's probably not a good move, because once I come in and hit, you want him to hit for more than 4. You want him to hit for like 8 or something, 10. So let's demonstrate what will happen if I continue to keep this guy out of range and kind of slow roll. It wouldn't have been bad to take him down to 6, because that really cripples him. But we'll see what happens here. again, if I lose, that's okay. No ranking involved, and hopefully you guys will learn something. Alright, so he killed this dude. That's fine. He's really ahead right now. He's doing pretty well. But looks can be deceiving, and he might still lose. What I want to do is take this guy down, bring him down to size. Now, keep in mind that the backbiter can rush through 2 squares. So even if I put my archer here, where she seems like she should be out of range, right? He can move here, and then use his ability to come all the way through here and hit her. So you have to watch out for that. I'm going to do it anyway, because I just don't want to leave this guy with 9 strength. This guy goes next, and he may or may not be able to hit him. I'm going to use 2 willpower and hit him for 5. Pow. So now this guy's almost worthless, depending on how much armor break. Watch out, because these guys can have 3 armor break, so that means he can use 4, with 1 willpower, do 4 armor damage to something. And that's a big deal. Alright, now you see he took 1 armor for that because of this guy's ability. Alright, now, here's a big turning point. I need to make a good decision here. Okay, see, this guy's now in range of him again. I could hit him for armor and then bring him in and hit him for a ton. This guy has 8. This guy's full strength. I could come over here and hit this archer for 3. I could whittle this guy down. Now see, if you look down here, when I click on them, it highlights. I can see this guy goes after her. She's coming up pretty soon. Who's next? Do I want to come kill the backbiter, or do I want to let him survive? So this is a huge decision. I think I'm going to come over here and hit this archer for 3. So I don't mind the 8 on him that much. I didn't want to hit him. This guy's a problem, and this guy's a problem. Now see, let's see if he hits for 3 armor or not. And there it is. So he hits for 4 armor. Now this guy's pretty much toast. She goes next, she can hit him and kill him. Alright. So we're not doing great here. This guy is now in range of him. Alright, let's move. Let's move him here and do some big armor damage. Alright, so that was probably another mistake, because see, what I did was move him into puncture range. So now she's in puncture range, and she can actually kill him if she wants to. That will give us some massive turn advantage, but turn advantage doesn't help you if they're just going to roll over you. If you don't know the horn, when you blow it, gives you extra willpower, and you get 1. Okay, so he didn't kill him. Interesting. Each time you kill a enemy, you're going to get one of these stars is going to light up, and then you can blow the horn to get an extra willpower on whoever is active. This red number is the enemy horn, so he has 1 available for the 1 kill he has. Alright, now what I want to do is actually block. This is a sloppy game, but that's good, because it shows you some things not to do. I'm worried about this guy coming up to hit either him or her. And I also want to get a big hit with this guy next. So what I'm going to do is waste 2 willpower moving here. and then hit this guy for 3 armor. What that does is block him. This guy's already blocked here, unless she kills him, which would probably be a good idea. I like that this guy's blocked now, and he can't do a whole lot of damage. Okay, so this guy's still alive. Alright, so now that I can do 7, and I'm not using any willpower to get there, let's move up. Only bad thing about this is I can't kill him, and he's going to get his ability on me, which means 2 armor is going to come off when I hit him. So that kind of sucks. If I could kill him, I would use all my willpower. See, I can hit him for 9, just under what I need. So since I can't kill him, I'm just going to use the ability. Hits both of these guys. So now he can't do any damage, except for armor, which is still pretty good. It looks like the archers are going to be what kills me if I lose. He's going to have to, his only option is to hit this guy for armor damage. Now, if you're paying attention to what we've been doing with armor, you'll notice that we hit armor first. Do not go into a game. A lot of beginners go into the game and just go for strength, and they end up missing a lot because their strength is lower than the armor. And what happens then is you take a percentage shot and you miss, and then you get upset. So whittle the armor down. See, so he's whittling this armor down. This whittling armor down, then go ahead and take your shots. What I'm thinking of doing here is a little risky. I kind of want to move up and hit his archer, because I'm really concerned about the archers winning the game. So what I'm going to do is move all the way up, hit this archer for 3. Okay, so now he needs to decide, does he want to kill him? He might be able to kill both of them. Yeah. Okay, if he didn't want to kill both of them. He could have come over here, used willpower, I think, and killed this guy, and then the splash damage would have killed the other guy. That would have been a decent move. Alright, so, big decision. Try to hit the archer for 2. My strength is lower than her, so I'm going to have an 80% chance of hitting for 2. Get rid of this. Oh, I can't even get rid of him, so that's not an option. Hit this guy down. You see, he goes last, so I might not need to care about him. She's going to go before him, and she can kill him. This guy's a pain in the ass, but... Alright, well, let's see what happens if I do this. I'm going to move up. Move up, please. And you'll see 80%. I'm going to go for a willpower shot. Okay, and the dice roll was in my favor. So now she's down to 2. I'm happy about that. Alright, let's see. Now, he has 0 armor, so he's going to get killed on the next shot. Luckily, he goes before this archer. The archer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is in puncture range. You can count by square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is in puncture range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he can hit this, and it would do a ton of damage. It would do like at least 8 damage, maybe more. And I do not want that. So he's going to actually have to move. In the meantime, I wasted all his ability, his willpower, so I can't use the willpower. I'm just going to come over here and hit this guy. Okay, so this guy is now totally maimed. He only has 2 strength. Pretty weak. This guy is a big problem. This guy is maimed. This guy's maimed. This guy's maimed. So you notice I leave them alive, but with very little strength. So they can't really do a whole lot. So now my only big threats are these two. And she's already down to 4, so that's good. So what I would ideally wish to do is come in and hit this guy with him and kill him. That would probably win me the game, although she could still have puncture on me. That's bad. But I don't want to be in range of her at all, so I'm going to either move over here to be out of range or move this guy all the way back. All the way back, out of range of all this. Let's see what happens. So I want to see. Let's see what happens if I just run him all the way back. Alright. So she can decide to kill this guy. She can decide. One bad thing about not killing his guys is I'm not getting any horn action. So I can't restore my willpower, and that's not working out too good. Because I want this Thrasher to have another willpower shot. Alright, so I can hit her down to 1. That would be pretty good. This guy's a problem. But I don't like I like to kill the archers. I don't like to leave them at 1 because their puncture is still okay at 1. I could come over here and kill her. Would I rather have 2 maimed archers or 1 power 4 archer? That is a tough choice, and it's really... He's looking pretty good in this situation. I'm not happy about it. Let's see what happens if we have 2 maimed archers. So he has 5 maimed troops and 1 guy that has some stats. However, all my guys are just about dead. Except for... Okay, so see, well, he has no armor, so that's no good, but... The only thing he has to watch out for, because he has no armor, is just the puncture and this guy with 8 strength. These other guys can't even hurt him, really. This guy has 4, so he could take 4 off. Alright, so back to the game. I kind of want to move in front of this guy again. I don't want him coming up here and messing with her. And I wouldn't mind taking some more armor. It's too bad I don't have a willpower. I could use the ability in this instance. I don't like this guy either because he can take 3 armor, but let's block. Blocking is a major strategy in this game, so they can't get past you as long as you're standing in front. So he can kill him if he pumps 1 willpower. Let's see if he does. By the way, you can see that this guy's full stats when he's active. See, he has 2 exertion, 2 willpower. So he can, in fact, kill me. And that's probably a good idea. Now I have a lot of turn advantage. I'm going to move this guy up. Who goes next? This guy goes next. He's weak. So check this out. He goes, then my archer goes. The archer can kill her. I can move up here, kill him. Next turn, archer, kill him. Next turn, War Master, kill him. Let's see if it works that way. Okay. I'm going to move 1 away from her and use a willpower because I don't even want to get hit for 2 points of damage. Or more, depending on how much willpower he has. Show. Boom, he's dead. He takes 1 point of damage. Oh, I'm dumb. He can just move through here and hit me. See, even if you played the game for a while, you can still make easy mistakes. So I should just move next to her. Yeah, so he moves through here, hits me for He's gonna hit me for 4, so that sucks for me. It's not devastating or anything. Okay, so that was interesting. He did not do what I thought he would do. At all. So I have 17. I can kill this guy on my next hit. Take him down to 1. Do I have any more threats? Let's use this now. So this is the only threat. He's going to be dead. This guy's next. So what's he going to do? He has 0 willpower, but potentially 2 more with the horn. He can come up here. You can use his ability and hit her for... He would run through. That does 2 armor. Takes him down to 1. So that would do 3 strength damage. Alright, let's just kill this archer, shall we? Okay, let's see if he runs through her. Doing, it should do 3 damage, 2 armor, and then 3 to strength. Then he comes over here, kills him. Then she's going to run back, shoot him. So you want to try to think a few moves ahead. My only concern now is getting hit with puncture from this. Yep, so 2 and 3, so she's at 4. This guy goes next, he's going to be down to 1. Let's move around like I planned. I will use my ability. That takes 1 armor and 1 strength off of the splash damage. This guy's 1-1, he's useless. If he were a War Master, he wouldn't be as useless because he could use the ability, which is a guaranteed 2 damage and 1 armor. That's why the War Master is good. Okay, so she doesn't have a lot of options. If she can kill my archer, he goes into pillage mode, and pillage mode you can dominate. So who's next? Okay, so this guy comes next. And he will be able to kill her. He's saying GG. It's probably GG time. Okay, here's a tough decision. Yeah, the hog, boss hog. So I don't know what to do with her. Am I just having a brain freeze? Should I kill this guy? I'm gonna kill this guy. I wanted to kill the archer. So since I killed him, now he gets to go next. And now he can do like 5 damage to this guy. Now a good move would be to try to block him, but I don't think he can block him. No matter what he did, I was going to get 1 more move with big damage. And so either way, no matter what he did, I was going to get pillaged next. I'm going to go kill his archer. Alright, so I hope all that made sense. There was some sloppiness, some mistakes, some interesting plays, maybe. But it gives you a good idea of how to play and how to come up with a simple strategy and try to follow it, and why you make certain choices over others, and which moves are pivotal, stuff like that. So saving this guy till the end definitely saved me. And there it is. So for a win, you generally get at least 7 renown. 1 renown for each kill. So 6 kills. Win bonus, a daily streak. There's several different things you can that can be active to give you a little bit of a bonus. You'll also get achievements for various things that will give you, nice bumps in renown. And also, if you're playing, the games won't always be this long. Right now they're 60 seconds. Keep in mind that they're going to be changing ranked games to 30 seconds and unranked games to 45 seconds. Tournament games will be 30 seconds. So the games will be twice as fast for the most part. And so you can get through a fair number of games and get a nice amount of renown without sitting here for, 45 minutes each game. But take your time in the beginning and just play around, get used to navigating the UI and how to move your troops and stuff like that. And that was our first game. All right, so I hope that was helpful. I'll come in with a more advanced tutorial